Wrestlers getting arrested is common in the WWE. Most of the time it's part of the show. But that wasn't the case for Booker T before he was spinning on his dreads and walking around like the king of Zumanda.
That's King Booker!
Booker T was known as what you would call a stick-up kid. He would rob you blind. Back in his early 20s, King Booker was arrested for committing a spree of robberies. But he wasn't robbing people, he was robbing Wendy's. Legend has it, Booker T used to pull out a gun and say, "Give me the money, sucker!" He would end up doing 19 months behind bars for his crimes.
We saw it on the news, and we were like, man, this thing is getting crazy, you know.
The Nature Boy Ric Flair was arrested for road rage. The victim claimed Ric Flair grabbed him by his neck and squeezed his esophagus, and he also claimed Rick kicked the dent in his car. Now, Rick's side of the story is slightly different.
Finally went around him, right? He comes up behind me and rolls down the window and says, gives me the finger and starts screaming at me, and takes a full beer can and throws it on the door of my new car. I walked over to him. He was 2 lanes over, and trucks are honking their horns and when they woo and everybody. But I didn't hit him with it, but I may have just pushed him or something. But about a week later, I got a call from the police department. They said, "Rick is ordered for your arrest."
Edge would later poke fun at Rick in a skit.
Who the hell do you think you are? Cut me off. In my town. In my town. I'm the Nature Boy.
Oh! Mr. Flair! Mr. Flair! Oh! Mr. Flair, sir! My window!
Brock Lesnar was arrested for illegal possession of steroids. No surprise there.
Lesnar's physique also raised big questions about steroids. You're just so big, and you come out of the world of pro wrestling.
We're done.
However, when tests were done on the pills in question, it was later revealed that it wasn't steroids and it was actually a type of growth hormone, which is legal, so Brock Lesnar beat all charges.
He addressed the speculation about steroid use.
I have never failed a drug test.
So Matt Hardy was arrested for speeding and driving while impaired. Jeff Hardy, DUI. Jimmy Uso, DUI. But when Kurt Angle got a DUI, he was about to burst into tears. And if you think I'm lying, it's true. It's damn true.
The law tries to turn around and get you, maybe because you're a celebrity, maybe not.
On September 28th of last year, a woman claimed to see Kurt Angle driving erratically, leaving a Moon Township restaurant. His attorneys say Kurt took a portable breathalyzer at the time and was under the legal limit.
He was not intoxicated at that point, and the alcoholic beverages that he consumed were after he was home and done driving.
And I'm just glad that it's over, that's all. I just want to move on with my life. So, gotten a bad name from it, a black guy. And regardless of this interview, any other interview, when people hear my name, they think that Kurt Angle was driving under the influence.
So Big Show was arrested after getting into a fight at the Marriott Hotel. He was enjoying his night after a match and was approached and heckled by a fan, which led to an altercation. The men got into each other's face and the fan pushed Big Show. Feeling threatened, Big Show knocked his ass out. He hit him so hard, he broke his jaw.
Paul White is a 7-foot, 420-pound pro wrestler. They call him the Giant.
Hi, guys.
Last June, after a wrestling match at Nassau Coliseum, the Giant went to check in at the next-door Marriott Hotel. 30-year-old Robert Sawyer, 6'6" and 220 pounds from Levittown, approaches the Giant, who waves him off. Next, witnesses say Sawyer starts gesturing and insulting the Giant to the 100 or so fans gathered there.
I went over there and I asked him very politely to stop doing all the cursing, stop doing what he was doing. And then he got up in my face.
Next, the Giant and some witnesses claim Sawyer pushed the Giant in his chest, and the Giant reacted with boom.
Self-defense. I mean, it looks crazy coming from somebody as big as me, but it startled me. It did.
This punch broke Sawyer's jaw and landed the Giant in Nassau Criminal Court today on charges of third-degree assault.
Stone Cold was arrested for allegedly assaulting his wife at the time, Deborah Marshall. Like most domestic violence cases is, the guy's claiming he's innocent and the girl saying he hit her. So we never know what really happened in these cases. Ultimately, Stone Cold got 1 year of probation and had to pay a $1,000 fine.
Stone Cold did hit my ex-wife, and I called him out on it. You know,
really?
But he was too chicken shit to come forward. Remember? You don't remember that a couple of years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, I didn't know that was your ex-wife, though.
Jean Clark is my ex-wife.
I did not know that. Well, Steve Austin has been known to be an abuser for most of his. I think he's beat. I think he's beat most of his wives, right?
What?
I think he's beat most of his wives, right?
What?
Wrestling legend Jimmy Snooker's charges were the most severe of all. He was accused of unaliving his girlfriend at the time, Nancy Argentino, in 1983. Her autopsy revealed that she suffered a fractured skull and passed from head injuries. Jimmy Snuka would get charged with third-degree murder and involuntary manslaughter. But what's strange about this case is, the crime happened in 1983. Jimmy Snuka wasn't arrested until 2015. 32 years later. Jimmy Snuka was in his 70s at the time of his arrest, and his lawyers argued that he was unfit for trial and suffered from dementia. As they fought back and forth in court over the following months, Jimmy Snuka's health took a turn for the worse, and when it was all said and done, the judge agreed with lawyers that Jimmy was unfit to stand trial and the case was closed. Jimmy would pass on January 15, 2017.
Have you heard anything about Snuka and his girlfriend? The girl had passed away. He didn't get arrested. He wasn't detained.
She had a huge bruise around her neck, and she had multiple cuts and abrasions.
I can't see Jimmy hurting anyone. So the girl, wanted to use the bathroom, So she got out and went to go use the bathroom, pulled over to the side. And I guess after she got done, she came back over like a stream that was there. She jumped and slipped and banged her head. And I thought she was okay. I'm waiting in the car.
Sure.
And then sure enough, I looked out and I go, my goodness, what's going on here? So, I went and got her and brought her back in the car and took off, went to Allentown and called up the ambulance, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
WWE star arrested during a traffic stop in Detroit. Tonight, brand new body cam video we just received to get our first look at the moments that put him behind bars.
The man's name is Jonathan Fatu, but he is better known as WWE's Jimmy Uso. And police say a night of drinking in downtown Detroit with his wife got him arrested.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to put your phone and all your money that you had, put that back in your car, okay?